29-year-old accused of conspiring to kill his pregnant girlfriend, Pule, in 2020, and the process is currently underway. Let's take you live to court.
The story we're going to share with you today will leave you heartbroken and outraged. The story of Pule, an 8-month woman who had been brutally murdered and her body hung from a tree in Soweto, Johannesburg, South Africa. This is the story of a senseless violence of cruelty and a life cut short. Pule was a 28-year-old woman who was expecting her first child. She was a loving partner, a devoted mother-to-be, and a cherished member of her community. Her family and friends all described her as kind, gentle, and very caring. She was a person who always put others before herself. On June 5th, 2020, Pule's life was brutally cut short. Her body was found hanging from a tree in Soweto. She had been murdered and her unborn child also killed in the process. The police investigation revealed that she had been stabbed multiple times and her body was left in a gruesome state. The police launched an investigation into her murder and soon a suspect was arrested. The suspect turned out to be her boyfriend Shoba. Shoba had attempted to kill Pule twice, and the second attempt he succeeded by luring her to a meeting point where the person he had hired to kill her was. The hired killer was his friend, and he confessed to killing her by implicating the boyfriend as the mastermind behind the incident. He revealed to the court that Shoba killed Pule because he was trying to hide his affair with her and the pregnancy from his family. He reportedly was scared of losing his wife and the trust fund payout he had just received. The man who confessed to killing her was sentenced to 20 years in prison, while the boyfriend, the mastermind, was sentenced to life imprisonment.
Mr. Shorber, can you stand up, please? For these reasons, Mr. Shorber, I've reached the following verdicts. On count 1 of the indictment, I found you guilty of the premeditated murder of Shegafatso Pule. On count 2 of the indictment, I find you not guilty of obstructing justice. You may sit down. I hand down the judgment.
Mr. Shorber, can you stand up, please? For all these reasons, Mr. Shorber, I am enjoined by the statute to apply the ordinary sentence for an offence of this nature. You will spend the rest of your natural life in prison unless the parole authorities consider you fit for release in the fullness of time. Accordingly, on count 1 of the indictment, I sentence you to life imprisonment.
The judge, Stuart Wilson, stated that there was no justifiable factor that would allow him to deviate from giving Shoba the maximum prescribed sentencing. He said that the fact that the friend had received a 20-year sentence for the actual killing of Pule received leniency from the court, but did not mean that Shoba could be entitled to the same, because if the friend had not accepted to kill Pule, Shoba would have still carried out the killing by other means, with or without his friend's help. While Mr. Shoba and his friend killed Miss Pule, their roles in perpetrating the murder and their conduct after it was carried out were quite different. Mr. Shoba was the driving force behind the scheme and had done nothing since Pule's murder to merit the kind of leniency that his friend received, said Wilson. Shoba was convicted of his crime and he pleaded guilty on 9th of July 2022 after a series of investigations. Miss Pule's murder sent shockwaves through the community. Her friends and family were left devastated and her unborn child was mourned by all. The community all came together to demand justice for Pule's murder and to condemn the senseless violence that had taken her life. Pule's story is a tragic reminder of the violence and cruelty that exists in our society. It's a reminder that we need to work together to create a safer and more just world for all. We hope that Pule's story will inspire you to take action and make a difference in your community. Thanks for watching.